But y'all don't never want to say nothing. Oh, hold up. You click the link? Hold up. Let me get you. Let me get you. Nah, Joe, you ain't click no link. Where you at? You understand? Y'all want to make all these changes. Y'all want to do all this. Y'all want to run the nation and do all this stuff. Then when it's time to say nothing, don't hear peep from y'all. Hold on a second. See, we got to get on here and be real time. Don't practice. You're supposed to practice at the house. Here comes Joe right now. Okay, now, Joe, you got to take your time today now. Take your time.
All right.
All right, now, what was it that you wanted to add on to now, Joe?
Oh, I was accepting your invite. Y'all were talking about something else today.
Yeah.
I came in, y'all were talking about East and West or something.
Well, yeah, that's a little bit related to your topic. I mean, you have some more lessons for us? We was
did you research anything?
So far, you haven't convinced us of much.
Right. Yeah, it's not my job to convince you. You have to, study on your own. But you said you did the knowledge on it. You looked up some stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see, what I'm saying is this. You have to kind of make something intriguing. You know what I mean? Like if a person tells me that, listen, there's a piece of cloth behind that door right there, I'm not going to take time out of my day. Like I got things to do. You see what I'm saying? So, that's one of the things that we do on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Or look, the brother that brought you to this channel, Lord Jamar, that's what he did. He put certain things out there in the atmosphere, right? And then when people say, okay, that sounds good, now I want some more. You know what I mean? It's like if I smell the food cooking and it smells good, now I'm ready to explore. Let me get a plate. You understand what I mean? So I'm saying in the meantime, you have to manifest some compelling signs. You know what I mean? Or look, what is your purpose of saying? Like it's just a debate, like you just want to crush globe earth theory, or you trying to teach it, you know what I mean? Like, because like I've heard some brothers say that it's like a what they call it, a cosmology where it's not the right one for us. You know what I'm saying? It's something that the white man gave us, so we got to get this other one. So now if that's the purpose, right, then yeah, it's your duty, right? According to the 5%, how we get down, it's your duty, right, to make that compelling for the rest of us so that we can all rise.
Right. I agree with that to an extent, but people still have to have their own interests. You can put some certain facts out there, and if someone isn't interested in it, if they're like, oh, that's so ridiculous, they're not going to do it. Because when I first heard this in 2017, the dude, white boy, came and told me the earth was flat. I didn't care. That even sound crazy to me. But months later, I heard Dr. Phil Valentine. You know who Dr. Phil Valentine is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard him speak on it. So I looked into it, and this back in 2017, early 2018, and then it had very compelling evidence. You start to find out that there is actually no evidence for a globe. It's actually ridiculous, and you find out all the evidence points towards a flat plane or planet. The first thing you have to deal with is that you can't find curvature. I mean, there's going to be many things after that, but the first thing you're going to deal with is that there's no curve, and there's a formula for the curvature that we weren't familiar with. 8 inches per mile squared. So when you apply that, and that's up to about 1,000 miles out on a globe. When you apply 8 inches per mile squared, and then you have people, like I mentioned to you the last time, people zooming in on objects 100 miles away, 200 miles away. There's supposed to be a mile in the curvature, 200 miles on the curvature. I think you had someone on last time said he can see something 17 miles away. I did the math on it. That would be under 192 feet of curvature. So that's the first thing you deal with. And then after the flat earth, it's not, people presume the flat earth is like this flat pancake.
See, in mathematics, right? In problem solving, you have to identify the useful numbers, right? I'm saying according to the calculation that you're making, I'm missing a useful number. that I can't make a conclusion.
But no, yeah, what the formula is, and this is not a flat Earth math formula. This is supposedly for this is spherical trigonometry, where you that to account for curvature for some approximately 25,000 miles in circumference, 24,896, right? That it's 8 inches per mile squared. So that means you take 8 inches. If you got 10 miles, you go 8 times 10 times 10. You do the 10 squared. Then the miles are going to be squared. So that's how that time when I gave you 100 miles example, I did 8 times 100 times
Why the
100.
miles squared? Whoa. Why the miles squared when you talking about straight line distance?
No, this is the formula to calculate for curvature. You know, if you're looking at a globe, it's supposed to, like, as far as we can see, because it's so large, right? 24,896 miles. If I walk outside right now, you walk outside just with your vision, you can see a few miles just with your finite vision, right? You know, you can only see a few miles, right? So it's not like you're gonna see a curve or whatever, because you can see maybe 10 miles, I don't know, whatever, you know, something like that, just with your eyes or whatever, depending on the day, how much smog or whatever. But the formula, like I said, this is not a flat Earth formula. This is the formula to calculate curvature, and it's 8 inches per mile squared. With that formula, there is no curvature. On the top of that, I think I mentioned to you last time, engineers have said that only in school you learn about accounting for curvature when you're building bridges. When they building bridges and railroads, they don't account for no curvature at all. Period. They, you know, you got bridges or railroads going hundreds of miles.
Like, you see, here's the thing. Let's forget that calculation. What's your calculation?
What's my calculation for what?
For the parameters of the plane.
I don't understand your question. What do you mean? What is my calculation for what? I'm saying if we can't find curvature and we have a formula for it.
Wait, hold on. Let me clarify my question.
Okay.
Is
going on?
Disputing. You've been disputing. Hold on for a second.
No, yeah.
You hear me? You hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. See, what you've been doing is disputing flat Earth. So, for instance, I could go into the Bible, right, and tell you all this stuff that's inconsistent in the Bible, but that wouldn't mean that I proved anything about 5%. See, that's what you've been doing. You've been saying that if all these formulas is true, this, that. Okay, forget that now. You tell me what you saying.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm telling you, is that you have to go through the first grade, kindergarten, whatever first steps before you even move on to the rest. Because it's just like I was about to say.
No. I'm asking you, what are you saying?
That's what I'm telling you. You gotta let me finish. I'm taking my time with you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let me finish though.
Okay, we'll take.
So go ahead, say what you gotta say, but I gotta get the point across. Unless you know what I'm gonna say, then go ahead and say it.
Say what you're gonna say.
No, I'm saying, first of all, this flat Earth, it's not just about no flat Earth. Let me just put it like this: scientists, engineers, pilots, there's people. The people that we look at, we get these scientists from, that have disclosed the deception. They found out, like, wow, they started, instead of just doing school and all that, learning all this high math and all this high science, they've discovered that a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. And these are the people that have been the whistleblowers for this. And they've caught it's not just about a flat Earth, the sun and moon, much closer, stars, all that. The whole cosmology is different. So we've been lied to on a scale that is insurmountable. And then some things you haven't even paid attention to just with your own senses. Water, you expect water to really curve over a ball. You haven't thought of that. And then you think, oh, it's gravity. I don't know, you walked off. I don't know, you can still hear it, but
I'm listening.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we've been, you got just the image of the globe, you got this ball holding this water, and we're like, oh yeah, that's gravity. And then we never thought of, like, wow, a helium balloon just flies away though. Why isn't gravity strong enough to pull that down? And then you realize it's density and buoyancy. If it's something is denser than the medium it's going to fall. If something is less dense, helium is less dense, it's going to rise. If you put the same amount of oxygen and helium in a balloon, it's just going to stand still. So and like I said, it's not this shortcut microwave explanation I give you. All these things require, people have done extensive stuff. I could give you all the books where people go into all the science. And the cool thing about it, nobody wants to debate the flat earthers, period. Like I said, you got David Weiss, who said he'll give 3 Bitcoins to anybody who can prove him wrong. 3 Bitcoins is 150,000 or something, Bitcoin around 50 or something. So it's you got to start with the basic. And the basic one thing you start with is, hold up, does water bend around the ball? And why is there no curve? And then you go into all the other stuff that you just haven't been thinking about, all the other science that you don't. You got to think, most of the stuff we learn it by memorization. We just learning little facts. We haven't tested them.
Brother, what you did is you told me all the different questions that you present to the globe earth theory that you have questions about.
No, I don't have questions about it.
Hold up.
Yeah.
We've been through first grade now. Now, what I'm asking you is this. How far away is the sun?
Some people have estimated, done their own type of triangulation.
We're talking about some people.
No, I'm answering the question.
No. How far is the sun?
Look, that's what I'm saying. You still in the level of you just want answers, but who wants answers that are wrong? 93 million miles. How do you calculate? Did you calculate that, or is that just from the lessons? It's not okay. It's 93 million miles. How do you know?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. You really can't.
How do you know?
You really
show and prove it's 93 million miles. Show and prove it's 93 million miles.
Hold up. I thought this was we discussed, right? For the last 5 minutes, you keep telling me that you're going to give me an answer. You said that you can prove what you said. You want answers that are wrong. You just want answers, and getting answers that are wrong don't mean nothing. That's what the Christians do. Your answer.
The Christians will tell you Jesus is the Lord and Savior, and that's an answer, but it's no right answer.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. How far away is the sun? Crickets.
How far is it? You tell me. Tell me.
No, bro, I don't know.
No, you don't, because I'm gonna tell you.
Me on flat Earth. How
look,
far
look. I don't have to convince you. Only my, like I said, only my.
I said educate, brother. I said educate. You ain't convinced. Listen, yeah. I'm asking. Listen, didn't you go? You said you had to go through certain things, right? For you to see it. Look, so I'm just asking.
Look. But now think about the question you're asking.
Wait a minute.
Think about the question you're asking.
So you don't know.
You don't know either. You have some on a piece of paper that you memorized, but you can't show and prove.
Hold up. After we finish, then you can ask me questions. But see, right now, what you're doing is what women do. See, if no,
I'm not. I'm doing what a God does. I'm doing what your superior does. Someone with superior intelligence does. I think. And you don't think. You just want answers. You just want answers. You don't want explanations. You want microwave answers.
That's what I want from somebody that said they can show and prove. Okay. What is the square mileage? Hold up. Wait a minute. What is the square mileage of the infinite plane?
See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You are the like I said, you at the kindergarten, building with Lego blocks. You need answers. The question leads to an answer.
See, now I know you don't know what you're talking about, because
like I said, it's so much you unfamiliar with. It's so much you unfamiliar with.
An infinite plane cannot have a finite square mileage.
Yeah. First of all,
you don't know science. You don't.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. First of all, infinity is something you only move towards. You never reach. It's not a quantity. It's nothing you could quantify. Infinity is more of a concept than a quantity. For you basic people like you. Remember, you do got that 80 IQ.
Is the earth flat? Is the earth flat?
Where's the curve?
Is the earth flat?
Is the table flat? Is the table flat? Does it have a curve?
Yeah,
you can't find a curve, then what is it?
Brother, I gotta ask you this question.
If you have no curve, no so you don't know the difference between you don't know what definitions of words are. So you need to get a dictionary because you don't know what evidence is.
Which
evidence? All we have is evidence. You know what evidence is? So if you have evidence of something, you could assume that it's true.
Theory of events.
So yeah, you're a funny guy.
What? Nah, what?
You're a funny guy.
Nah, listen,
but hey, no. But anyways, your question was the answer of how far the sun is.
Wait a minute.
You need to know how far. You need answers for everything, right?
You said the Earth is flat, right?
There's no curve.
What's on the other side?
There's no curve. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't even know how to approach knowledge. You don't even know how to learn yet. You're asking questions. You got to take it step by step. When you went through school, kindergarten, you had to go through semesters. You didn't just learn everything in one day. You had to get some basics first. And you don't have the basics.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you a lifeline. I'm gonna give you a lifeline on that show, like how they do on the show. Where look, you call up somebody that's an expert in flat Earth right now, so they can help you with these questions. Because you listen, you're making this look bad.
Yeah, like I said, somebody has to have the willingness to learn. Right now, you think it's so ridiculous, but you have no idea. You just don't know. You just don't know.
I'm asking you.
And like I said, you act like a female. Females don't listen, and that's exactly what you're doing. They be on some other stuff, can't reason. You don't even understand the basic thing. Like I'm trying to go through this. You won't even let me answer the question. You want answers. Who wants wrong answers? You don't know. Do you understand what a wrong answer is?
Wait. Are you saying that
you just want answers? You want me to? I'll give you the answers out the lessons. The sun is 93 million miles.
No, I don't want that.
It didn't tell us. It didn't give us the square mileage of the universe, but it said the universe is 13 quintillion miles, right? In diameter.
You know the lessons? You know the lessons?
I told you I was former NOI, so it's not the same. We got basically the same lessons. We call it supreme wisdom. Y'all call it 120.
So you used to be Muslim.
Well, I was in the nation. Yeah, I was in the Nation of Islam 99. Huh?
Man.
Yeah, I grown up out of it.
You grown up
out of that teaching. Yeah. Now, what up here with a baby for a flat Earth, maybe 2010.
Let me ask you a question. What material is the moon made out of?
Moon is transparent. It's a plasma. It's not a solid rock like you've been taught. It's a plasma. It's a plasma. Yeah, it's a light.
Okay. What temperature is it? What you
I don't know. It's a cold. It's a cold light.
Wait a minute. Next question. You talking about plasma, like blood plasma?
No. Plasma, as in the fourth state of matter. Like it's like a light. Yeah, you got it. So it's a light.
Wait a minute. Is the moon hotter than the sun?
No, it's colder. It's a cold light.
So why do we see the moon, or why do we see the sun as a solid and the moon in the plasma stage transparent?
Nah, I mean, who said the sun is a solid? They tell you in your type of science, they say the sun is a plasma.
Okay, well, let me ask, why does it appear more solid?
Because you have a flawed perception. People have seen the sky through the moon during daylight. You can see the blue sky behind. It's transparent. It's a plasma. People have done. It's a scientist that was back in the 60s. You can find a clip on YouTube. He's telling you like, no, it's a plasma. He's like for certain, and he's done the knowledge on it. It's a plasma. But they tell you it's a rock. They tell you they landed on this rock. Huh?
Hold on. What temperature do things have to reach before they touch the plasma stage?
No, tell me. People have tested moonlight. You know the term moonlight that we've used. And in the shade and moonlight, it's actually warmer than when you're not in the shade, which is the opposite of the daytime. When you're in the shade in the daytime, it's cooler. But when you're in the shade at night, people have used their thermometers, and seen that it's actually cooler. So all we can tell is that the moon is a colder light. See, the thing is, when you find out these people are lying to you, and you could discover some things. We have to start from scratch and start finding the truths. It's not that all the answers are known. You just catch them in the lie, and now, so basically, a new research is started. You want all the answers that they're giving you, like all the just the answers.
Now you just said that basically. Just say you don't believe in the global earth, but you have absolutely, you just said that now we have to research all over it.
Yeah, because they've lied to you. You think the sun is 93 million miles and you can't show and prove nothing.
No, I don't think nothing. Like I said,
you can't show and prove nothing. You can't show and prove the square mile is nothing.
Let's get the camera, right? Go out to we go, listen, I'm right here by the Atlantic.
Yeah. I'm right by the Pacific.
Yeah, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's film ships. Like, look, I'm gonna go downtown over there by the piers. I'm gonna go down there in Staten Island where the ships leave out of the New York harbor right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And going across seas to Europe.
And what are you gonna do this for? And what are we doing?
With the camera.
What are we doing?
To see if I can see them 1,000 miles away.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing too. You just said it. You didn't know, but yeah, the thing with flat earth, it does have a lot of do-it-yourself science. When the other stuff you have is just talking, it's just trivia. You'll get the answer right on Jeopardy. Like, you'll get the answer right on Jeopardy. They ask you what the sun is 93 million miles, but you won't get it right though. It won't be right. You'll have a wrong right answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so flat earth does have do-it-yourself science.
If you don't have the answers, you can't say it's flat. Just say it could be square then.
All right, like I said, you won't let anyone speak for an extensive amount of time, because I could go into things that, you know who Admiral Byrd is, who went to the North Pole and the South Pole. He went 1,700 miles past the North Pole, 2,300 miles past the South Pole.
That shit crazy Admiral Byrd that had to be removed from his post. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, they called him, batshit, because, you think they called him batshit crazy because he might have discovered something that he wasn't supposed to discover? He died like a year after, too.
Or there's also video of him talking batshit crazy, too. You can check it.
Yeah. Certain type of shit discoveries can make you crazy when you think, when somebody is, he was a white man, his whole life, he believes the whole paradigm, and he finds out it's a lie, that can make someone go crazy. So but they didn't think he was crazy when they had him go to the North Pole and the South Pole, though. Huh?
The ice wall makes you crazy?
Yeah, so you don't even have any basic reason. I'm talking about when you think something is true, like you someone that might not be strong enough to handle the flat earth, it might make you go crazy. You be so invested in all these nonsense you believe that you might not be strong enough to like, oh damn, I thought it was this, but it takes a certain type of person to correct themselves. So some people are scary, and you're not strong enough. You find out that you're on a flat plane, you got to relook at the lessons, or you might have to whatever stuff you've been invested to for a long time, and it might make you go crazy because you might not be able to deal with it. Yeah, I could deal with it once I just dealt, because I'm a truth seeker, so I dealt with it. I mean, I didn't automatically believe it. I told you the white boy told me. I thought he was crazy. I kind of, and then I looked at it later, and like I said,
If you left the NOI, right? What you
that had nothing to do with flat earth though. That was like 2010, 2010. Mr.
No, hold up. I'm asking you what you deal with now.
What you mean?
What do you deal with now?
Just truth. I'm just truth. I'm not connected to nothing. I just study. I just study. I study all stuff. I just deal with the truth. I just research. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Just so that's But I can still respect the nation that it was a start for me. It was a catalyst for me to study, But like I said, it's corrections there. But someone like you'll find out the truth of this thing when you really look into it yourself, not this small 20-minute interaction we might have. If you study it yourself, and you gotta, you might, take certain people can't take those type of corrections. You probably have family members like me that can't take that the Jesus, the Christian thing, they have to hold on to that. They can't take that there's no mystery God. That kind of ruins their whole thing. So, you know.
So is there a heaven? Because Lord Jamar and the cat he was talking to on the show, he said that there's a plane above this plane that's the heaven plane.
Nah, I don't really. Where they say that at? I don't remember them saying that. It looks like, you know, it seems that there's a firmament, you know, and above that firmament, it looks like it's probably another like water, you know. So what you looking out at is space.
Whoa. Stop. So your question before was, how does water stick to the planet? But now you're telling me that there's a layer of water suspended up in the air somewhere.
Separated by a firmament, yeah, something between it, yeah.
But it's suspended in the air.
Yeah, you know, nothing, you know, you could like I said, unless you decide to look and read, go into the stuff yourself, it's not gonna make sense to you if you already have a certain type of way of thinking. See, you like, I don't even know what you're misunderstanding. You talking about water curving over a ball to 24,000.
Yeah, I'm saying, why doesn't the relative density cause the water to fall? That's I don't understand. Like,
didn't I say it's a firmament? Is the firmament not dense? Is it not a divider?
There doesn't appear to be much consistency to these laws. Like whenever the inconsistency comes up, then it's it's not an
inconsistency. You have to realize, like how long did it take you to learn 120? It didn't take you 20 minutes like a conversation that we're having, right? You had to learn them lessons. And that's what you're not understanding. Like you're taking small bits of information and you're trying to say I'm saying something.
2017.
You said what?
You said you've been studying this since 2017.
I became aware of it back in 2017. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have not one answer now.
Like I said, you haven't passed the kindergarten stage. You haven't gotten to the point that there's no curve. You don't understand the procedure. There's so much to this subject. Why, you know, they used to say, why would you give a baby steak and not milk? You at the milk stage. You at the titty stage, man. You ain't at the steak stage. And that's what you're not getting. And you talking about no answers. Okay, I mean, man, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
you've been studying this for 4 years, and all you got is wrong answers to give.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's what you said. You don't want to answer no questions because you don't want to give the wrong answers.
Nah, you like I said, you have a different comprehension level. You know, be this that where you don't understand how knowledge is, how you learn things. You don't know how to learn. You're into just memorizing questions and answers. You're a question and answer memorizer. And even the answers in 120 or Supreme Wisdom, we told those are answers by Elijah Muhammad that are near correct. So they tell you it's near correct.
Mm-hmm.
So near correct is the same as being wrong in a sense. It might have some truth to it, but it needs correction.
No.
So it's 2 plus 2 is 4.1. That's near correct, right? But it's wrong. It's 4.
You got like,
it's not 4.1.
You got like 10 feet arms with these reaches. Where's the other guy at? Come on, man. Because look, I'm gonna save you here, man. Because you're embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
I gotta listen. I actually, you know, you cool people, man. Actually, you know, I like you a little bit, so I'm gonna save you here, man.
I don't need no saving, man. Your reaction is the same in 2017 when the dude told me, he just come out and tell me, you know, the Earth looks flat because it is, and I'm a white boy, like, musician. I was like, all right, it sounds crazy, but like I said, once you do the knowledge, if you apply some to it, you'll see why. I mean, I don't know what everything Lord Jamar and them talk about, but you'll see how Lord Jamar came to it at some point, because he was just the same. He was the same anti, because the rapper B.O.B. was one of the first ones that was public with it, that everybody was laughing at. B.O.B. and Kyle Irvin, I think, the basketball player, but B.O.B. Like I said, you're laughing at something you don't know, and you're assuming that like I'm a dumb guy or something, or I'm crazy, but I'm very sane, very knowledgeable. I'm very scientifically inclined. All
the people you just named got the money to buy that camera and go do the experiment. So
and that's what I'm saying. You're assuming that people haven't done it. You have done no research. You're assuming people haven't done experiments.
Kyrie Irving ain't do it.
Yeah, but not him. We talking about these other people that are not famous that have. That's what I'm saying. You're speaking on something without knowing what's been done.
Listen.
You're speaking on something not knowing what's done.
I don't want to do that. We have to do it. See, because I've been having this conversation.
So do the GoFundMe and let's do it.
Hold up. Once we're questioning sources with no evidence, meaning if you question the sources that wrote the Bible and you say, well, these people never even walked with Jesus, right? That's a valid question. That's not what you're doing. You just saying, no, you got this source and the source, you don't know what the source. So now let's not trust no source. I'm damn sure not going to trust them cats you looking at on YouTube. Because see, what you telling me is not to trust, because remember, I've been to school too. So when we went in there, we did the experiments, right? That proved all the different sciences. Like I remember one of the first experiments that we did was proving that it was 20% oxygen in the air. And the way they did that was we had a bowl with water in it, right? And then we had a glass and we measured the glass to say, okay, this is 100%. So what's 20%, right? So we put a line where 20% would be. Then you put a candle in the water and you set it on fire, the candle. And then you put the glass over the candle. And because oxygen is fuel for the fire, right? The oxygen gets used up by the fire, right? And the water starts to rise up to the line that you drew at the 20%. So that's how, that was like first, second grade. You know what I'm saying? That was the first experiment. I'm saying there's been other experiments that I've seen, right?
That's good. That's a good example. And that's where flat earth is.
That prove that physics and chemistry is correct. You, on the other hand, have no experiments that you've done to prove that physics and chemistry is incorrect.
Wait, hold on. You see, you jumped the gun. You're using these words, physics and chemistry. You're speaking another language to me. What are you talking about? You did one experiment. Nobody is saying that physics and chemistry is wrong.
I said that was the first one.
Let me speak.
Well, you can't say wrong things. You're known to give wrong answers.
No, you're known to not understand. I mean, even now, you just said this little experiment shows physics and chemistry proves everything. I mean, you sound like you're still in the second grade. You sound like you're still in the second grade.
First one. I said I could still recall the first experiment that I did.
And I said that's a good example. Good.
How many have you done?
So good.
How many have you done? What was your first one?
But in elementary school, we talking about what same experiments I did with elementary school.
Elementary, I don't care if it was in your house. Maybe your parents.
Yeah. Okay. What's not gonna happen is you're not about to like try to maneuver the.
First of all, we not bitches. Don't tell me what we not about to do.
No, but you're not about to try to guide my conversation. That's what you're not about to do.
It's my show.
You're not about
my channel.
Yeah, good. So then do research. Do research because you're not making sense. You said wrong answers. You don't understand answers. All you want is question that. You want someone to spoon feed you without you studying. What is that?
Right.
You want someone to spoon feed you.
What you're saying. You talking this spoon feeding shit. I want you to do what you're saying.
And then you cut me off when I'm in the middle of explaining something. So how are you gonna get anywhere with that? That's why I'm not letting you dictate the conversation that way. Because as soon as I start trying to go do something, you be like, hold. All right, if that's the way you do it, that's the way you do it.
So you admit you're deflecting.
Like I said, you have a different level of comprehension, man. It's almost if like you're different, it's a different level of intelligence you have, and you have a lower level of intelligence.
Listen,
Period.
I would tend to agree with you.
All right, cool.
We have totally different levels of comprehension.
Yeah, you have a lower level of intelligence. You have like I said, you have.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
The one thing is for sure. Look. Go get the 3. Go get the 3 Bitcoins from David Weiss. Then just go get the 3 Bitcoins. That's easy money. If it's so easy to show and prove, it's easy money. Everything else is an excuse. If you don't go get the 3 Bitcoins from David Weiss,
your daddy?
Huh?
Is this person your daddy?
No, this is an offer from someone that easy money for you to go get.
Who is your big brother? What you need to go get him for? I asked you. Crickets again?
Exactly. You're into just disagreeing just to disagree. You're not into building. That's all you are. That's why you like is this. That's why you change it. This your big brother. Hey, I don't even know this guy. He's just someone that is so certain that he's like anybody who can prove it. You offer 3 Bitcoins or whatever to someone. So he's just letting you know that I'm for certain about this. Come get it. So then instead of talking to me, just go get it. You can type him in right on YouTube. He's easily David Weiss, this middle-aged white man, said he get 3 Bitcoins to anyone who can prove flat earth wrong. Like I said, you have done zero research and you're going off the same knowledge the same trivia we all grew up with.
Oh, I asked you,
and you're just going off the same trivia. Like I said, I can recite. You probably can recite the lessons better than me, but I can recite them same actual facts and all that. And it's just trivia. You can't show and prove none of it. You can show and prove that sound travels at 1,120 feet per second.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, show and prove.
Sound can be measured. These are all things. These are empirical.
That's not showing and proving. That's telling me what I'm saying. I'm giving a specific number that we're told in the lessons, and you're saying that it can be shown and proved. Now, when you get the white man gets more specific. He says at sea level it's 1,120 feet. So I guess in the lessons it wasn't counted for if we were at a height, if we're up higher than sea level. It doesn't give us that answer, but you just like answers.
It's standard temperature.
I remember. I could tell you this. About 10 years ago, I went to see a physicist speak. Right, you could look at Clifford Johnson. He'd been on them Science Channel shows, and he was at a little bookstore out here, like near Hollywood on Sunset, and he was talking about relativity. And one of the audience members was like, "Yeah, so the speed of light is 186,000 miles per second." And Clifford Johnson, this theoretical physicist, looked at the dude, held his hand up, was like, that's just an abstract number. Like he had never heard of it before. A theoretical and that's something that we just, speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. And you just reciting trivia. When I was like I said, this guy was speaking, an audience member, just a regular person, said, he was just trying to be a part of the conversation. Yeah, the speed of light's 186,000 miles per second. And then the theoretical physicist said, that's just an abstract number. And that has nothing to do with flat earth. This is like 2010. So that's what I'm telling you. You have a lot of trivia, and it's not science the way, what you're thinking.
What do you mean it's an abstract number? I don't understand.
What does the word abstract mean? Abstract mean, it's just like subject to interpretation. Like he had never heard of it.
What else did he say around that? See, because the number could be abstract because you don't know anything that travels at that rate. Like anything, like even the heat of boiling water is abstract to you because at half of that temperature, you will get burned. There's lots of things that's abstract because it's hard for you to conceive it because it's on another. A cell is abstract.
No. These things are no. Huh? When he said abstract, meaning it's not concrete. 186,000 miles per second. He had never heard of it. Is the way he responded. When you talking about temperature, when you talking about temperature of water, you talking about the movement of molecules.
And he is a liar. He's a liar.
Yeah, exactly. That's your response because you don't know.
Hold up. You say you
said
don't know.
know.
He's a what? Wait a minute. You said he's a what?
He's a theoretical physicist.
And you said
that's top of the food chain.
Wait a minute.
That's top of the food chain.
Wait a minute. You said they were discussing what?
Relativity. He was talking on relativity.
Hold on,
he was talking about Einstein.
What is relativity? What's the theory of relativity?
Man, you know how to do off subject. What is? I said he was speaking on relativity.
Theory of relativity?
No, like I told you, you weren't about to guide the conversation to where it don't make sense.
What is the theory of relativity?
First of all, there's two of them. It's special and general. Two different ones.
Give me both.
So yeah, like I said, you ain't paying me, and you're not gonna guide the conversation to an ignorant conversation because you don't understand stuff. I was making the point that you recite 186,000 miles per second from the lesson that a theoretical physicist had never heard of it.
Here's the point. How is he discussing the theory of relativity if he never heard the speed of light?
What are you talking? He had never heard of the speed of light. He hadn't heard of that abstract number. He hadn't heard.
You just said that he never heard light travels at 186,000 miles per second.
Oh man, you wild. You wild, man. You really, like I said, it's almost as if we two different species, man. You're not even the same type of human I am. You like a lower species. You like a lower species. You know what I'm saying? You like, I mean, what do you really don't understand words? What is the deal with that? I said he responded as if he had never heard of it, meaning he understands the properties of light, the velocity. He's a theoretical physicist. He's dealing with this shit on a daily. He's right. But these little muggle numbers, these numbers that they give to Goyim, to the lower people, didn't mean nothing to him. 186,000 miles per second is for kindergarten children. It didn't mean nothing to him. That's why he said it's just an abstract number. So that's what I'm saying.
When you get to high school, where's the concrete number? What's the concrete number?
So like I said, this is a different level of knowledge you have. Man, you don't ask. You put it like this. They say no such thing as bad. You don't ask good. You don't ask good questions. I might not be the top. I'm like in the 8th grade, and you like in kindergarten. It's really hard to have a conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm not a professor. I'm not a professor, but you're like in kindergarten.
That's what shows that you don't know what you're talking about because you can't explain it to me. Like I'm in the kindergarten.
It's a lot that I can't explain to someone in kindergarten.
And you can't explain it.
I can't explain certain things to someone in kindergarten.
And hold on,
you can't explain to a child how to do certain things. Like I said, you at the milk stage. You're not at the steak stage. You at the play Lego blocks and all that. You know what I'm saying? You at the Lego block stage.
So be it, But at the end of the day, Joe, man, he left anyway. I was about to say, you getting boring. Where's the other guy? Come on, next. Where's Rock? What's your name? But listen, everyone. I think I'm gonna edit this. I might send it to Inf Mega, right? Tell him to edit that part out, right? And then I'm gonna upload that. Flat Earther debunks flat Earth. Cause listen, if you need to hear anything else. If you need any more evidence, then I can't even help you, man. Listen, the truth ain't stopping you. Nothing will. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I give him a chance. I give him a chance to, demonstrate what I could never demonstrate. I could never. I could never make him seem as foolish as he just made himself seem. Like he said, I don't even know those words. I don't even have that level. You got disconnected. You come back, Joe. But I'm just saying, man, come on, man. You know, you got kids, Joe. One day your kids can see this stuff is on here for posterity, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I told y'all, man, I don't get out much. I don't, I have a lot of things to do. So I like to amuse myself. I don't watch TV. I don't go to the movies. A lot of things y'all do, I don't do. So, people like Joe, they amuse me. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like I said, we need the we need this to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? We need the people to see that this is the real deal right here. You know what I mean? But I guess the other, what's his name? The other brother, I guess he left. You know what I'm saying? So we can get back to over here, just a lot of people came in late, you know what I mean? The title of the live today, regardless of whom or what, or unless, you know what I'm saying? Versus unless. Rock, you here, but you got to come on the live, G. Come on the live. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the things I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here he comes right now. So Mr. Joe Self wants to speak on the pardon me, Joe Self. I don't know why I keep doing it.
Joe what?
I don't know why I keep doing this, but Rock 3020. So Rock 3020. What's your real name? You 5%?
You talking to someone else?
No, I'm talking to you, Rock 3020. What's your real name?
Rock 3020.
Oh, this Joe Self came back. I thought you was the other dude. Oh, so yeah, Joe, what you came back to say?
Oh no, I got disconnected. But no, it looked like you said you was heading out though. You done, right? But anyway, all I can say is researching the people in the chat.
I was getting ready to recap about how a person has to have consistency and principles. You know what I mean? Just like right now, I was attempting to see what is the consistency and the principles of that theory. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times in this day and time, what I'm seeing is the science of relativism. You know what I mean? Where you let other things define and dictate your principles.
And you're going off the same knowledge the same trivia we all grew up with.
You gotta mute your YouTube, True Self. But go ahead, what you said, Joe?
No, I thought you was done. I thought you was leaving, but I was just gonna say, yeah, just researching the people in the comments that that are talking to whatever they talking. Y'all just need to research. It's not a joke. It's funny when you first hear it, but it's just not.
Whoa. Let me finish saying what I'm saying, then we get back to that. You understand what I mean?
Because you said you're gonna post some flat earth, the debunks flat earth. Go ahead. I mean, this is fun and games. It's cool, but
listen,
like I said,
I'm just let you talk.
No, I just said no. I thought you was gone. I was just saying.
Hold on. See, right now, what you're doing though is you interrupt. Let me complete saying what I'm saying, right? See, other people's actions, ideas, whatever it is, right? See, those become excuses. See, when you don't know your lessons, and then instead of you just acknowledging that, right, and then dealing with the science of positive elevation, always correct errors, but you start talking about what everybody else is doing. See, that's a common thing. You know,
Nah.
I
Yeah,
don't
like I
know
said,
my lessons. All right, Joe.
nah.
Don't out. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got people, yo, I don't know my lessons, but I'm righteous though. And look at them. They know their lessons and everything, but they not right. See, that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the principle and the science, right, of what you're supposed to be doing. And regardless of whom means any person. And by regardless of whom, meaning any person, it means no matter who you are, right? The rules still apply. There's no big I's and little U's or big U's and little I's. And it also means regardless of whom, meaning anybody else. So because that person did that, right? That doesn't change the measure of righteousness. And it tells you, it says regardless of whom or what. The what is any cipher, any place, anything, any circumstance. So see, when you're dealing with the signs of uh unless, see, now that's when it depends on all these other things.
All right. You can hear me?
Listen, let me finish saying what I'm saying.
All right, I'm gonna leave the thing and let you finish.
Yeah, you can do that.
I mean, because like I said, you just like to hear your voice. I mean, that's cool. So just
No,
your
brother,
show, so talk.
brother,
You like
brother,
to hear your voice.
brother. It's my channel.
Yeah, so say it's your show, so you can. I'll just lead the thing if you want to. I mean, I can hear you lecture, but I can lead the chat. I can lead this and hear you lecture.
Nah, look,
Honorable random Jews or whatever you is. You know, yeah. If you want to talk, that's cool.
listen. If you want to make a fool of yourself, I'll let you close it out. I'll let you close it out, making a fool of yourself. That's what you want to do. You see, when you came in here, there was a particular title, and that's what we discussing. So, like I said, you know, in general, you know what I'm saying, uh in life, you understand what I
Yeah, you
mean?
definitely on the light.
What?
No, that was someone else.
Who is
True
that? True
self.
self?
Yeah, true self.
Who is true self? Where you from?
Part self.
Where you from?
I'm from Mecca, Mass.
All right, now this other individual right here, he's at 85%. I know
Indeed.
why he's I know why he's interrupting.
Yo,
Why are you interrupting?
yo, can we mute this gardener? Can we mute
Hmm?
this man?
Who you?
Yeah. Y'all, yeah, I'm the 85%. Yeah. Okay.
True
Like I
self.
said, this is fun stuff. True self don't even. I mean, yeah, he keep logging on and logging off, man. He's supposed to be God, I guess.
Yeah, because he was getting ready. We was getting ready to see what his principles is at. See, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
He, regardless of whom or what, meaning when you on the internet, right? Now all of a sudden, the principles of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the civilization and decorum of the cipher. See, once you break the cipher, is it a cipher? Like, doesn't that change the whole definition of what it is? See, these is matters. That's what I'm saying. That you get in the world. This is how you lose yourself. You go in the world where nobody else is studying their lessons, so now you ain't studying your lessons. And then the next thing, you walking down the street and somebody say peace God, and you look like you seen it go, some out the past. You ever walk up with somebody and say peace, and you can tell by the look on their face, they haven't even thought about this knowledge in years. That's how you get caught up. When you go into whatever atmosphere, right? And then they see, if you go to Rome, you better control what you do like the Romans. See, if I go to Rome, right, and whatever I do with them is going to be the things that I already was going to do anyway. See, those are the type of people that when they not around us, they're around their family, they eat pork chops. See, that's another one of the true tests. That's another one of the true tests. See, like I said, it's people that practice to come to the rally. See, if the rally's on the 27th, they know that degree. Ask them tomorrow. See, because just like, you know, a lot of principles, right? Your principles get tested. Your principles get tested, when there's a penalty to be paid, when there's a consequence for upholding that principle. See, your righteousness get tested when nobody's looking. See, a lot of people don't realize that.
Now that's a good point about righteous.
You know what I'm saying? See,
Right.
there's strength in that numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But now, when you by yourself, see, this is the stuff that's why I look. People always say, "What you do in the dark, you gonna come to the light."
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Very few people, you only those people that's out there do unrighteousness in front of everybody. Even most criminals, they do their crime under cover of dark. To see, those are the signs to see. And look, all of that is about principles. It's about not moving the goalposts. Because you can move the goalposts all the way until it's off the field. You know what I mean? I asked a question earlier, before a lot of people came in the room. How many people is familiar with the book Animal Farm?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
I'm pretty sure the author was George Orwell.
Yeah. 1984. You wrote that.
And if you notice in the Animal Farm, right, how he slowly changed the principles and the morals and the outcome, right, of the nation that they founded, where they first was dealing with freedom, justice, and equality.
Yeah. It's like a metaphor for communism. That's what it was.
Not just, communism, that was, the particular thing, because democracy was the thing that he was showing that was being broken down step by step. So
To kind of yeah.
That part I understand, but what I'm focusing on is how he broke down and changed the society. You understand what I'm saying? See, that's look, even when you got the time from 1555, right, to 1621, right? The people had to be broken down step by step. Like you can't just grab somebody with a crown on his head, right, and then tell him he is slave. You got to slowly break that society down. Just the same way you can't just go in the project and tell all these people that they scholars and they should all go. It's going to take a while for you to break down the mentality that they already have in it. The thing is as that's happening, right? It's not perceptible to the naked eye. You only moving it in an amount that's not naked that's not visible to the naked eye. But over time, you find yourself in a whole different place. Who's this Mfalmi Bariki? Is this true self right here? Where you say he from? Mecca Mass? All right. Okay.
You still going?
But you wanna have another session?
No. I was just saying, yeah, you said I could close. I mean, I'm chilling, man. I'm just listening to you. This is cool, man. This is like you said. I mean,
yeah, but all right,
it's
now
fine.
but hold up. But see how I just said what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I just said what I'm saying. I didn't argue with nobody. I didn't dispute no. Listen, can you tell us about flat Earth like that?
No, but I'm saying, but then I let you talk for about 30 minutes.
No, you ain't let me nothing.
So yeah, so well, it's actually yeah. Hey, actually, it's YouTube's channel. If YouTube don't even want to hear what you got to say, they'll cut off the channel, and you know what I mean, and everything.
But that's
so
between me and them. That ain't gonna
yeah, but I'm just saying. So it's kind of your channel, yeah. But I mean, yeah. Nah, I'm just saying it's cool, man. It's cool. So, if you want to,
Joe, how old are you? Who was that, Joe?
what's up? Yeah, I'm not answering personal questions. I mean, I may answer them if you get more personal information about yourself. How old are you?
You took a little 1-and-1, Joe?
Huh?
You took a little 1-and-1?
I don't know what that means. What you say? I don't understand. What you say? I didn't hear you.
You just hit it. You just hit it. That was a pretty strong whiff you just did right there.
Oh no.
It just sounded like another 1-and-1 right there.
Nah.
Because you know that would explain it, right, Joe?
Nah.
You sure? Stop calling you Joe Ski.
Yeah, man, whatever. So I mean, if we're done with this, I mean that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But there's no shortcut to learning. I mean, So I understand what you were saying. I let you talk for 30 minutes, but there's no shortcut. And sometimes when you trying to explain things to people,
okay.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Look, okay. So what I mean by let you talk, meaning I sat there and listened. So I listened to you talk. I say it like that. I listened to you talk for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and that's cool. It's
You
cool.
my Al Capone, Al Pacino nigga.
What's that mean? I'm saying, what do you mean by that?
I mean, man, you little one-on-ones there.
Oh, you talking about like Scarface, huh? Scarface. Nah, I don't do all that.
Mm.
Just yeah.
Just what? just what?
Just the
Just,
herbals.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So listen,
You know it's legal out here now.
listen. I was just getting ready to tell you. I need to hit you up to get some of that. I need that high power. You
It's
know,
like going in. It's like going in a convenience store. It ain't nothing to it no more.
and apparently, man, you get the best stuff out there.
No, I ain't on it right now though.
Now, you must got like that 45, 50% shit.
They got it out here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know about that, but yeah. You know,
mm-hmm.
huh?
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But yeah. So, hey, man, if you was about to go, I'll get off of here. But I listen to you speak. Like I said, people could take it as a joke, but you know, it's no shortcut. They got to do the knowledge themselves. You
But
can try. I could try to explain. See how
did
you cut me off in 10 seconds? You cut me
what
off in
did you
10
learn,
seconds.
Joe? What did you learn,
Huh?
Joe? What did you learn? What did you learn on the channel today?
From you? No, nothing of any importance, but it was cool. It's just fun. You know what I'm saying? From you, now you make some good points when you started talking about, you know, Animal Farm and we stuff like that. Even when you was talking to the guy earlier with the vax, you was making good points. So it's cool. But just on this subject,
Oh,
you
it's
kind
just
of, you know,
I'm
on this subject,
generally,
y'all kind of knuckleheads about it.
I'm generally intelligent, but somehow
Nah,
I
I didn't
just
say that.
I catch a brain freeze. I catch a brain freeze on this flat Earth stuff. Huh?
And that's your problem. That's your blockage to new information. We can talk about we can talk about another subject that you might be have blockage on. You know, I ain't gonna get into that right now. But I mean, maybe another time. But like I said, you just you having fun with it, like and I understand because it was a joke to me too. I thought it was funny. You know, you have those cartoons. You know, when you watching a movie and that Universal comes on with the glow, you've been brainwashed. You don't even know. So you say I'm 85, but you're not knowing that you still kind of stuck in the new mystery god is the globe, gravity, these type of things. And once you study, you'll find out. And when you find out, I'm not gonna be like, I told you so. We're gonna be cool. It's cool.
Well, you just said I'm not intelligent enough to find out. So
Yeah, that's because
why
we were trading
why
insults. We were
why
trading
rack my
insults.
brain? Why rack my
We were
brain?
trading insults.
I'm not gonna be able to accomplish anyway. Why I don't get it.
Now, one thing I say that you have a level of ignorance because you're ignoring. So ignorance, you got it. The key word in there is ignore. So right now you're ignoring. And you going trying to take stuff to all other places. That's so. But like I said, once you find out, it'll be cool. I ain't gonna tripping. Like I said, it's cool, man. I'm not a content creator. I'm on here chopping up with you. This is new for me, so it's cool. I'll if you want to keep talking, I'll just get off and let you get somebody else on or get off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And but peace. Assalamu alaikum, whatever. Peace to the God.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, Joe, I just let you talk, man. I just let you talk. But who is this? Infamy? Who's Infamy? Infamy Bariki. He said he's supposed to teach me, but I feel so disrespected. Yeah, that's it for Joe. Uh, he probably still in the what's his name. We'll give him a break. We'll give him a break. You know what I mean? But we needed look. We start the year off with some little bit of a little bit of G building material. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, as you go through your endeavors for the rest of your year and the rest of the time after that, you know what I'm saying? Just keep in mind, man, that the science of relativism and the science of moving the goalposts is the science of destruction. That is the reason, you know what I mean, when you see those books like Animal Farm, whatever it might be, you see the fall of different nations, the fall of different civilizations. That's what it's about. It's about, either you having flawed principles, flawed, FLAWED, right? That, end up being born dead, or you strayed away from the original founding principles. You know what I'm saying? Like, in general, right? When it comes to empires, right? Vast majority of them, I'm sure somebody could go in history and find one, but the vast majority of them was warrior societies. Vast majority of empires was established militarily. And eventually, what ends up happening is they become a luxury society, and they start getting other people to do their fighting for them. And then eventually, those other people take them out. That happens all over. That happens in the street too. Where, you get somebody to uphold this principle of war for you, right? And then at the end of the day, they end up taking you out. You see what I'm saying? Now you got other civilizations like Sparta, where they civilization was flawed, right? Or their principles of just warring all the time, right, couldn't be sustained. Now, we already know our principles is sound because of supreme mathematics. It's not subjective, it's objective. We can add and multiply and show and prove what we're saying. So now, if something goes wrong, you got to accept that you strayed away from the principles, understanding that, good and bad is things that people do. Good and bad is not people. Like, if a person is a good person, go to church, take care of their kids, donate to charities, and they slap you in the face. Are you going to say, yo, well, you a good person, so I let that ride? And see, once you accept that, then see, because otherwise you being religious. So now it's certain people that you ascribing purely to evil, like the red man with the pitchfork under the ground, and then you got these other holy men. See the consistency, that's another thing about principles. You got to have them all the time. Principles is not principles if you don't have them all the time. And see, these things seem simple. These things seem simple. That's why people overlook them. See, how many times does a person come up to you, right? And, when they say that they want to learn, like even these couple brothers here, right? They came on, you want to talk about 120 lessons. They skip right over the true principles in supreme mathematics and forget about the supreme alphabet. How many people have come up to you, right, in the course of you building and teaching and moving around in the atmosphere and say, yo, man, I want to learn the supreme alphabet? Everybody wants to learn 120. Everybody wants to know the wisdom build degree. You can get right to the meat. Yeah, I want to, what's that? Truth is square. Man, you want to hear that Yakubian shit. That's why you have people, look, as a brother, if you go in the comment section, mistakenly thinking that the description in the 16th degree, right, defines who we are. That this is all the rules that it takes to be one of us. Yeah. All right. Peace. You know what I'm saying? But all those little things, right, is how it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's not one day. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be one day. See, it's one day when everything comes complete. But in order to build something or in order to destroy it, it's gonna take step by step. Say, even if you blow something up with a bomb, it's still little pieces. I mean, yeah, you know who we ain't see in a minute? What happened to Don Bishop? Has anybody seen Don Bishop? Rock 3020. Listen, man, I gave you a chance to come on, man. You want to play? Is my show like a new drinking game or something? Like people with You said what part of East is Japan? Well, if you're in Hawaii, it's West. Rock 3020. Do you know 120 before you try to change it? Do you even know it? From Detroit where lessons first manifested? Okay. Don't ever disrespect you like what again? Let me see something. Yes. Try to get my what's the name back on. I wasn't messing with it. Ain't wanna. What you said here? Rock 3020. You said stop it. You talking? What is this kind of talking you doing? What is this? See if this works. Mhm. You said if Arabia is in the Far East relative to Detroit, then what does that make Japan? Simple question. Who said it's relative to Detroit? Yeah, right. Yeah, you tell you. Do you know the lessons? Yeah, this is a pretty weird question, right? I mean, you know, what if I told you that the Near East was New York, right? Arabia's in the Far East and is bordered by the Indian Ocean on the south side. So what if I told you that the Near East was New York? Hold on, let me see something. I mean, is this it? This all you got? Like, of all the stuff that you wanted to change, that's it. We talking about the Eastern Hemisphere relative to the Western Hemisphere where we come from. What? You the wise man from the West? The point I'm trying to make is Arabia is not in the Far East, it's in the Middle East. Okay, where's your point of origin? Yeah, but sir, now this is we have a story here. So this says here that the term Middle East originated in the British Empire. No, I didn't know that. It's actually the Middle East is actually a terminology that came from the Sykes-Picot Agreement. Much has been made of how European, this is from the Washington Post, by the way, from a authored by Nick Danforth, May 19, 2016. Much has been made of how European imperial powers reshaped the Middle East after World War One. A transformation often said to have begun 100 years ago this week when France and Britain signed the Sykes-Picot Agreement. But fewer people realize that in addition to creating the map of the modern Middle East, post-war European imperialists actually created the concept. The region we recognize as the Middle East today, a roughly defined but distinct swath of territory stretching from Turkey to Egypt to Iran, only came into being with the end of the Ottoman Empire and the disappearance of the older, now antiquated sounding Near East. Before World War I, the British had mentally divided what most of the world now considers the Middle East into the Near East, the Balkans, and the Mediterranean, and the Middle East, the region around Iran and the Persian Gulf. There was a certain geographic and strategic logic to this division. The Near East was, well, nearer than the Middle East, and the Middle East was in the middle of the Near and Far East. For British colonial administrators, the Middle East was the region that was crucial to the defense of India, while the Near East was largely under control of the Ottoman Empire. Need we go on? Rock 3020 about how this is a made-up thing. And, I just don't want to, I hear you. But I'm not very keen on these kind of distinctions of the British Empire. Okay, so what's Near East? Why can't I have my babies quoting that Arabia's in the Far East? Well, look at that. Here's a can we get the screenshot on here? See if we can get okay, here we're gonna do a little screenshot here. Let me see if we can get a screenshot of it. Okay, now here is okay, here we have, because we just researched and found that England is the ones that designated Japan the Far East, right? So here's what I did. Here's what I did for rock right here. Does anybody see this screen right here? See if that came up. Let's wait for this screen to come up. Everybody see that screen right there? Now, hold on, can I make this bigger? Can anybody see that right there? It says the distance from Great Britain to Japan, right? It was Great Britain that started calling them the Far East, is 5,713 miles. So 5,713 miles to the east can designate something as being in the Far East. Now let's see. I'm sure some people here know where I'm going with this already. Let's see on this screen here. So we see that 7,124 miles, actually 2,000 more miles than the distance between England and Japan separates Detroit from Arabia. So how is 5 miles far east, but 7,000 miles is not far east? If you're just saying on a geographical basis, if you're saying that you're not just copying the British Empire, then far and near, right, is mathematical calculations. Long and short, tall and short, fat and skinny. But do we need more? Yeah, you're looking at the fucking map and not measuring, dummy. You big dummy. I didn't know you was a star on Sanford and Son. I don't need to look at the Eastern Hemisphere. And actually, that's not, Arabia's not in the middle of the Eastern Hemisphere. Not at all. Hemisphere. Because you're leaving out the entire Pacific Ocean. Not the entire, but there's a date line out there in the Pacific Ocean somewhere around Hawaii. No, we didn't ask you what is farther. We didn't say the farther east. Here's the question. Right? Is it to the east? That's the question. Because so far you're wrong about the shit you're saying. Arabia is not in the middle of the Eastern Hemisphere. I mean, who sent y'all, man? Don't they got no better cats down there wherever y'all came from? Y'all the best they got? This who they sent? This is who they sent. They sent you. Of all the people, you the best they got. Nah, Rock. I don't think he Muslim. I don't know what he is. You ain't no flat earther. You a flat brain seller, though. I know that much. George Papadopoulos. The father sent you? What father? You said, I don't let people speak. I don't comprehend basic steps. I mean, no, I don't. What is this? What is this manner of speaking? What is this manner of speaking? If you wanted to know that, all you had to do is ask the city of New York. I think this is a little bit like you know, Empire Strikes Back type thing. I'm starting to suspect that, some of these people, right? They people that they couldn't really cuss. They can't really cut the, what I'm saying? They wasn't so the internet is like, they can strike back or something, you know what I mean? Because in the ciphers actually on the squares, they didn't, they wasn't able to manifest. Nobody bear witness to what they were saying. So they come on here, man, and talk whatever. You said, who's lucky you're not here in the physical? Who's lucky you're not here in the physical? Let's stop talking crazy, man. It's the internet. Freak got you that one time. See, you never got past the Caucasus Mountains, Joe Sanchez. Right said, how do you see the day's degree in the 1 and 14? Now it makes China and Japan the far west. Yeah, you sound like Christopher Columbus or something here, man. Where'd you get your navigation skills from, man? Christopher Columbus? You do know you can go in both directions and hit anywhere on the planet, right? I mean, you told me several times to look at the map, you know, or you rolling with Joe Sanchez and the Earth is flat and it's an ice wall. It's an ice wall to the west, so you can only go east. Is is that how this works? Yeah, the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. When the sun goes past Hawaii towards the west, where does it touch next? Japan, right? What are you saying? The sun never goes over Japan because it's so far east. It's so far east that the sun never sets over Japan because the sun sets in the west. Is that the deal? See, because from Hawaii, Japan is the land of the setting sun. You got to get these kind of Roman British ideas out your mind, man. He said, Joe Sanchez said, North and South circumnavigation has never happened. So you do know that you've just debunked your man Robert Byrd, right? You do know that this is one of Robert Byrd's claims to fame, right? Admiral Byrd. The lessons need an upgrade. The nation needs an upgrade. Nah, you need to upgrade. Upgrade your ass the fuck up out of here. They see, listen, let me tell all y'all something. That's the science. Like if you really Allah, then do what Allah did. And it's like, yo, man, I got to upgrade how I do this here. What he did, he went and founded his own nation and seen what he came up with. So I don't understand why it's all these people, you got all these people why are you afraid to strike out on your own? Like, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Change your lessons and live it like that. Why you need me to do it? If you want to be the son of man that disagree, go disagree over there. See, none of these people can actually teach nothing. Rock said he's born in his own nation. Watch how fast the earth bears witness. Do we have any of our sisters in the room? Do we have any of our sisters in the room? Are y'all already bearing witness? Are y'all already bearing witness to Rock? Rock said it's Monday. It's cold outside. I have some free time on my hands. I don't care what y'all think. Just seeking intelligent life apparently is not in this chat. Yeah, can't call it. What's your real name, Rock? We got Rock. We got Rock and Lord Jamar. They teach so they can get women. See, Rock got the signs. Listen, that's just for women. He said, if this is the Jive Pretender chat, apparently it is. Yeah, that's what we do. You know, listen, I'm gonna tell you another reason why I'm doing this. Y'all think I'm being patient, but y'all need to see this. Y'all need to see that this is what's going on. You said the earth recognizes God. She feels the sun is like, okay, uh, you got an earth now? do you do you have an earth now? And then my next question is, how many babies you got in this? And I don't want to know. Listen, if they eat bacon and ham and pork chops, don't tell me those because they're not born in this. The map clearly shows Arabia in the middle of Asia and Africa. What does that have to do with the direction? Like, what is that? It's in the middle of Africa and Arabia. What is that? I mean, Africa and Asia. What does that mean? You waiting to see how who sees the understanding degree. Yo, who is this cat? Hey, where he say he from? Rock say he from Detroit. What's your real name, Rock? See, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man, too. Y'all got to be aware of who y'all giving this knowledge to. Listen, see, I'm that way. I'm that way, man. I'm very aware of who I give this knowledge to. Yeah, we supposed to be teaching the world, but the sequence in which we teach them, that's up to each individual. You know what I mean? Whoever's doing the teaching. You know what I'm saying? And see, y'all don't be aware of the people that y'all be teaching them, and y'all don't be teaching them the root and the principles of this. See, this is somebody right here who has no idea what 120 is. Like, not for nothing, you are a Muslim. You are a Muslim because you go by the word, the letter of the word of Elijah Muhammad. You have no understanding. And you really don't have knowledge of what you're talking about neither. You know, I guess this is the type of thing, whatever cipher that you're around, that y'all sit around and talk about. I mean, I'm not exactly sure who is y'all and what God Universal has to do with Random Jews channel. You said you got your own understanding, and I'm not going to repeat Elijah saying that Arabia is in the Far East. You are a devil, Darkim. I do my best. You know, I like to be the most high. I guess now I'm the most low. As long as I'm still the most. Listen, I agree with you. You got your own understanding. That's why I don't know why you keep trying to merge it with our understanding. But this is what happens. This is what happens when Melchizedek starts selling 120 lessons on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You know, all other type of stuff. So then you get this type of cats like that talking about he looking signs for intelligent life, right? Because he's not allowed around the guys in Detroit. The lessons are about understanding English. How about that? The lessons are about understanding English. How about that? Oh, you're not in Detroit? Where you at, Rock 3020? You moved out to Pigeon Lake, Wisconsin? You cannot understand the lessons if you do not understand English. The English C lessons is English comprehension lessons. Listen, don't nobody even tell them. Don't nobody tell them. Don't listen. Don't even say that to them. don't even say that to them. C lessons, it's English comprehension lessons. I knew you was gonna come with some jury soon, man. I knew you was gonna come with some box office gold. Son, this that Freddie Vander shit right here, son. This that Freddie Vander shit right here, son. Oh man. Listen, motherfucking Rocco. Listen, I gotta make it complete, son. You gotta leave with a name, son. Rocco! He said, y'all do not speak your own language. Y'all barely speak English, much less understand it. That's why we cannot build. Understand, a lot of the first ones were illiterate. Yeah, we need to look. Rock is that must be short for rocket scientist.
You got him back.
Okay.
She's feeling that shit.
Yeah, this is, pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. This is what happens, right? When you skip the steps. When you skip the steps of learning the principle and learning the culture. When you skip the steps, when you try to know a culture, right, and love a culture without knowing any of the people of that culture. And none of the people of that culture know you. See, you find yourself thinking you a part of something, and really you just exposing yourself. That's really what you're doing. Rock don't want to come on and talk. I put the link in there a lot of times. That's how I know what he's about. But this is what happens. This is why you can't be an internet guy. Because you start thinking that the C and 1 and 36 stand for comprehension or children. You start thinking that it's about learning the English language. This is what happens when you skip all the steps. This is what happens when you think you above, right? Going from the milk to the meat lessons. These are the people who want to change the lessons. These are the people who haven't really gone through the study of any of it. They look at it on face value, right? And they see something without knowing what it means, they think it's wrong. See, we could all see something that we don't know what it means and think it's wrong. But can we actually show and prove it? Or can we just keep repeating the same thing, right? as we seen with Joe Sanchez and Rock do, right? You just keep repeating the same thing in the face of evidence. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. Rock, you still in here asking people today's degree? Haven't you figured out yet that this is not the quoting channel? If you want to quote, you see the address right there? All this shit you talking about in person, face to face, this is where I'm at right here. See, if you want to quote, let's get on the square. And the internet is not the square. You can't stand perpendicular to your motherfucking keyboard. How do you understand 120 if you don't understand English? Ask the guys that's teaching it in Spanish now in the Azores. What are you talking about? You don't know about the guys. You don't know that it's guys teaching this knowledge from Mexico all the way to whole. There's so many of them. They got their own region now. You've had 120 for 22 years. Hey, man. Hey. Firstborn Rock. Firstborn Rock. Hey, look. Hey, y'all hear that? He got 22 years in. No wonder you got a problem with God University. Y'all got the knowledge around the same time. Y'all must have been. You said, I didn't ask you to quote today's degree. I said, how do you see it? And how that would apply to the question that we're talking about, Columbus coming from the east. You really are slow. Yeah, but if Columbus came from the east, he's west of he's west of the Middle East. I don't get it. So you saying that the east is something else now? And where does it say Columbus came from the east? It said Columbus is from Italy, which is Southeast Europe. What are you talking about? Columbus came from the east. No, where does it say Columbus came from the east? That's what I'm asking you. You talking about concept of east and west. I don't think you understand the concept that you on the globe. Europe is known as West Asia. I mean, I don't get, what does any of this have to do with your point? That's where you know, I hear you. Just kind of spewing trivia here. Y'all have made this into a nation of God and devils. Listen, man. From now on, I got a new protocol. Before you get somebody knowledge, you got to do a psychological evaluation. You got to check for bipolar, schizophrenia, paranoia. You gotta, because these people, man, see, this is the problem, guys. This is the problem. I don't know when y'all started that shit.